And me the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy, and today I'm doing a pick a card all about what people love about you. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I truly appreciate you guys being here. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information is down below in my description box, along with the links to all my social media. As you see before you, there are 3 piles of cards, each with a chocolate heart filled with different fun, yummy stuff, and that is your psychic linking object. I will be showing you each heart close up. I will also be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. We'll probably get some tarot for each group as well. Group 1, you are the chocolate covered strawberry cream filled heart. Group 2, you are the chocolate covered marshmallow cream filled heart. Group 3, you are the chocolate covered caramel filled heart. So those are your selections. I will insert a little video with some backing music for you guys who need a little bit more time to see which pile you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there may be more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye, guys.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all.
And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
My strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night,
And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Hey, Group 1, all of you that selected this chocolate-covered strawberry cream filled heart. This is going to be your reading all about what people love about you. I figured this would be a really good reading to do around Valentine's Day because we're so focused on romantic love. Often we don't focus on self-love and we don't see the things that are so lovable about ourselves, and sometimes it's good to be reminded what people love about us. So that's what this reading's about. Now, keep in mind, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. I will be pulling more cards as I go, as I need to for clarity. So let's get into it. We have the Queen of Saintly Women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. Oh, this is such beautiful energy. Look at the halo around this energy. Beautiful eyes. There's something very mesmerizing about your eyes. I feel like your skin glows. There's something like you have a very glowing aura. There's something, I feel like for some of you, maybe people call you angel or angelic, or there's something angelic about you. Hey, I hear some of you saying, I'm not. Depends on what kind of angel we're talking about, Amy. Okay, I hear you, but still. There's something very sweet and giving about your energy. Not to everyone now, okay? We have networker. Yeah, I think you're good with people. I think you make people feel comfortable around you. I think there's a warmth to you. I feel kind of a Cancer vibe, like a nurturing Cancer Pisces vibe. I also am getting Earth. I'm getting kind of a Taurus vibe. Taurus normally has like good connections with friends. Sometimes they're friends with everybody, you know. I'm also feeling like a Sagittarius type vibe as well. I'm getting Aquarius. Yeah, that's what I'm getting so far. Let's get some more cards here. We have Patchouli, Purpose. I'm hearing the word driven, like you're driven. When you can focus on a purpose, you're driven by that purpose. Like, you may be good at setting goals, or when you do set goals, you become very goal-oriented. I don't feel like you go around setting a lot of goals, but when you do, you're very driven. A goal is a big thing. Like, it's an important thing to you. I think that's what I'm trying to get to. We have Nightingale, love is all around. I think people really enjoy being around you. I think you just have generally a good vibe. And with the strawberry here, I feel like something bright, something really bright. You have a very bright and colorful kind of aura. You may be a Leo, have a little bit of Leo in your chart where, you know, I feel like you cheer people up. We have Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. I think you may have struggled with this at some point in your life, but you're getting better about setting these healthy boundaries. I feel like at times when you may get off your purpose, your boundaries may change a little bit. They may get a little flexible, and that's where you may get into some issues. I feel like this group may have a hard time with people taking advantage of you when you're in these down times. You know, we can't be super happy and nurturing all the time. And sometimes when we're nurturing or super nurturing, we're nurturing from a place where we didn't get that, and so we want to give it. But sometimes we don't have a lot of that to give, and we're hungry for someone to give that to us. And if we don't get that, we can feel depleted. And I feel like when your boundaries are, when your energy is depleted, your boundaries kind of go down because you're kind of hungry to have like some of this nurturing energy returned to you. So I feel like you're very giving. You're probably empathic, and that's part of it. Like, there's a need here at times to kind of decompress and remove your energy from people, which creates kind of an air of a mystery around you as well, sometimes confusion. But I think over the course of time, you learn how to deal with healthy boundaries, with putting up your own healthy boundaries and communicating that in a really positive way. time to let go. Yeah, I feel like, and I'm seeing this heart. See how this groundhog is holding this heart? I feel like you cherish people so much that sometimes it's hard to let them go, even when you know, with your healthy boundaries here, even when you know you need to, because you love them so deeply, they mean so much to you. You may be a collector of objects as well. You may be someone who has like a collection of things. You may have a collection of quirky things or beautiful things, or, you know, it's different for different people, but I'm feeling like a collector energy, and people love that about you. I feel like when you focus on something, you probably collect it or you know a lot about it. And I feel like you have a really cool energy about you. Like you're really caring and nurturing, and totally a networker. But there are times like your friend group or your friends might notice that you kind of disappear. And sometimes they wonder what you're doing. Sometimes they know what you're doing. They know that you're doing this collector thing, or you're in whatever your focus is at the time, like you're working on a hobby or you're just taking downtime. Because I feel like when you need downtime, you just kind of disappear. You take it, and you know when you need to take it. That's part of your healthy boundaries. We have Candy Cane Angel. It's time for a treat. Aww. I feel like with you guys, there's something special about the holidays. Maybe you love Christmas, or you love the holidays, or winter solstice, or just the holidays in general. Maybe you're really into the holidays, or you're a really good gift giver. Maybe gift giving is like your language of love. Maybe you like to pick up things for people just to show your affection. And I also pick up, though, in the eyes of this beautiful little child. I want to call it a child. It's not really a child, but it feels very childlike. That you need to treat yourself. Okay, you need to be better to yourself. I think sometimes the people around you feel like you're better to the people around you than you are yourself. You know, like I'm hearing like people say, and this, you know, take what resonates here, but I feel like there are times that like they feel like you're better to other people than you are yourself, and it makes them feel bad. Yeah, let's keep going here. We have conscientious. Yeah, I think that's part of what makes you such a giving person. I think you pay attention to like the things your friends like or people like. I think you pay attention to what they need, like little things. And that's what makes you such a great gift giver. That's what makes you such a great friend. I think you really try to be there for people in meaningful ways, ways that are meaningful to them, not to you. It's like when you give a gift, you don't give the gift that you think you would want. You give the gift that you think they would want, you know, and you listen for those kind of things. So you pay attention. But I do think we have a squirrel and a groundhog here. I feel like lots of earth with that, lots of earth energy. I feel like sometimes you may feel insignificant, like you don't matter. I think sometimes you're not aware of your affection and your love for your friends and the people around you, your family. I feel like sometimes you're not aware of the impact you have on other people. People really love you. Like they really care about you. They think you're a very cool person, like a sweet person. And they like being around you. I think sometimes when you pull away, they become afraid that they've offended you, or you don't like them, or they did something wrong. And I think with some people, you've had that conversation like, no, that's just me, I'm tired, or maybe you have health issues or whatever. And sometimes you have to like go rest or recover or whatever. And you've had that conversation, but you haven't with everybody. So some people are like, why did I do something? It's almost like they feel like they can't quite get their hands on you, you know? And I don't think you're doing it on purpose. I think this is the way you kind of function in the world, because I feel like you're very sensitive. I feel like the shell with the cancer, you know, they come out, they feel around, and then, if after a while they get tired or something happens and they recoil back into their shell, and they need that time to recharge emotionally, spiritually, physically. And you don't have to be a Cancer to feel that way. A lot of introverts feel that way. Quite a few INFPs feel that way. I just use INFP as an example. It's a personality type. You don't have to believe in that stuff, but that's just an example of the kind of person what I'm connecting with. You do matter. You matter to a lot of people, probably more people than you are aware of. And sometimes we all get in our head, and that's why it's important for you to give as much as you can. And I mean in a balanced way. Don't give yourself into emptiness. Don't give until you're empty, because you're going to walk away and feel like almost used, even though no one asked for it necessarily. You gave it and you overgave, and then you end up like an empty vessel, and there may be no one there to help you fill your vessel back up, and it takes time to do that. And it's better to come to the awareness that I don't have to give as much as I do to other people. Some of that energy can be mine to hold on to, and it's okay. They're still going to love you. Your friends are still going to be there. Your family's still going to be there. And in fact, some of them might feel better that you're not giving as much, because I feel like there may be some people, for some of you, who feel like you're over giving, and they're concerned about it because they feel like it's coming from a place where you don't feel good, like you don't feel loved and cared for, and they know you have these boundaries, and they're not quite sure how to maneuver that. So what do we have here? We have purification sage. Okay. I feel like with the pulling back energy, I feel like you know how to keep your life clear of like negative energy when it's other people. Like you've learned that lesson. But sometimes we are our own like engine of a negativity. And that's a whole other level of growth. And I feel like when you're pulling back, you're actually working on this. Okay. I think you're working on some really heavy internal issues. And not everyone around you will understand this. And you know what? It's not theirs to understand, honey. You know what? It's your journey, not theirs, okay? Because I feel like you, with purpose here, I feel like you are aligning with a higher purpose, okay? And some people around you can feel it, okay? Now, there are some of your friends who notice a change. They notice your change, and they admire it. They see the glow. They see the smile. And they respect your distance when you need it. You know, they understand. They don't understand necessarily what's going on, but they understand the process they're seeing because they see that you're changing, like you're becoming more confident and those kind of things. You're becoming more fully yourself. And it's a beautiful thing to see. They really love it. Now, you may have some people around you who don't love it. But that's all of this time to let go energy. You're learning to let those who need to be let go of go. It's just like going through your closet, right? And seeing what you need to keep and what you need to let go of. Some of you guys literally need to go through your closet, okay? And get rid of some stuff. We have the Tower here. I think you are really good to your friends in difficult times. I think people know they can depend on you. I think when a friend is having a hard time, I think they know that they can come to you and you'll be there for them as much as you can. I think that you will sit and let a friend talk to you for hours about their problems. But I also feel like you feel like when you have a problem, you have no one to talk to. And it has to do with you not... There's this issue of trusting people. No reversals. We have the World. There's this issue here of trusting people. Yeah. It's hard. You're very sensitive. And I think people know that. You're very loving and you're very sensitive. And there's probably part of you that is just really scared of being hurt and devastated by people. We have the 8 of Pentacles. It feels like when your friends are down, you help open the door up for new possibilities. Like you remind them that, you know, this tower moment, this event, this happening is only in this moment, and that a new doorway is going to open and they'll have more possibilities to move to. I think you help people keep going. I think you give people determination. And I feel this emptiness when it comes to you. Like people aren't necessarily reciprocating that. And I would encourage you that if you have been there, this may be your own internal tower that's happening within like your own personality and your own reality, where you're starting to really think about these boundaries that you've put up, and think about like, who have I been there for? And now I need them with this like I need someone, and who hasn't been there when you needed them, but you were there for them. It's just a question. It's a question you need to answer in your own time, okay? Because you deserve that. The love you give to others, you deserve that, okay? And people love you, love your generous nature, but people have taken advantage of it. And the only person that can really put a stop to the people taking advantage of it is you. And you have to be conscientious on your own energy. Like, pay attention to who is taking advantage of you. Pay attention. And I know you have a very loving heart. You have a very loving disposition. And you don't want to think badly of people. But it's time for you to be more protective of your energy, because you're very precious. Like, people really love being around you. But you will always attract people like this, as long as you don't understand that you need to protect yourself. You can't count on other people to protect you. Tell me more about this tower. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Hanged Man. Okay, this is what I'm getting. I think you guys are very empathic. I do think you guys have some psychic abilities, especially about intuitive hits about people and places in your life, people you run into, and many times you don't follow them. And when you don't follow them, you have these tower moments of things that happen that tell you, you should have listened to your intuition, because if you would have listened to your intuition, you would have known. If you resonate with this, you do. This is validation that you have psychic abilities, and you need to start listening to your intuition, to your gut, to that other thing that you hear that helps prevent these towers from falling, okay? You get gut instincts about people. Listen to them. When someone shows you who they are, believe them, okay? You are too sweet and too precious of a person to allow people to take advantage of you. You have to become your own guardian, your own protector, and understand that you have to protect your energy. And some of you need to call in your ancestors, your angels, whatever you work with, God, whatever label you put on it, okay? Call them in and ask them to help protect you, okay? Because they will. But they won't if you don't call out to them, okay? You're a very lovable person. There are so many lovable things about you. And there's something about your eyes. Your eyes are very warm. There's a very nurturing aura about you. And you're very giving. You're very sweet. You're the kind of person who I want to protect. Like, I instinctively have this need to protect people like this, because you're just such a sweet person. And it's so rare anymore to meet people who are genuinely sweet and well-meaning. And the thing is that you can't count on the people around you to protect you or have your best interests at heart. So you have to become that protector. And it is a process. And the biggest part of the process is learning to set really healthy boundaries. And I feel like that's what you're doing. But some of you guys, there's people close to you that are the boundaries need to be widened. Like, you need to create space between you and some of these people. What I'm saying is that you can still have them in your life. Like, I'm not telling you like to cut them out necessarily, but I'm just saying like you need to create some space because they feel overly entitled to your attention and your energy. Okay, and you don't owe that to anyone. Okay, we have choose the path of a nope today. Nope, double nope, hard nope. So practice saying no. Okay, say no when you mean no. Okay, don't worry about fulfilling other people's expectations of you. Don't worry about how other people feel about you. We have zen as fuck, chakras loaded and ready. Okay, I feel like you need to continue to focus on balance in your life. Okay, you might try some meditation, but in general, like continue to focus on unplugging when you need to. And I feel like some of you guys are waiting to unplug and kind of power down and get that disconnection from people until you're just ready to explode or super depressed or super worn out. Instead of waiting till then, try to plan a weekly unplug. Okay, where you unplug weekly so that doesn't build up and you can start to give yourself more balance in life. So you can start to make more plans. You can start to make more routines. Plan for downtime. Just like you plan to work, just like you plan to do other things. Downtime is part of your self-care, okay? Visualize world peace. World peace. Peace, it starts with releasing the bullshit. Okay. And that is what I think you're working towards. I feel like you're going to be really good at that. Like there's a level of confidence that's coming for this energy right here. And once you really embrace this, your boundaries are going to be so strong and your intuition about people is going to be so poppin' that people are going to be very impressed by your energy about how far you've come. And that's when the true like glow up really begins. Okay. I feel like people already find you to be like physically attractive. For some of you guys, like I feel like people feel like you would be a really good parent or like a pet parent, or they know they can rely on you to take care of things. Like I feel like there are some people who feel like you're super responsible or they can rely on you for emotional support. But don't take on more responsibility than what you can handle because people think you can do it. Do not live your life trying to fulfill other people's obligations because that is another form of people taking advantage of your good nature. And you are very good natured, okay? So protect that. Protect your heart, okay? Protect your vulnerability. You know, you're sensitive. Stay that way. Protect yourself, okay? All right, group one, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you, beautiful, magical creatures, next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that were drawn to this chocolate-covered marshmallow cream-filled heart, this is going to be your reading all about what do people love about you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I'll be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. Okay, so the first card we have is Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of the Interior Life. I trust the answers I found within me. I know the presence of love is real. I trust the answers. What do people love about you? We have Faceless Ghosts and the Haunted Girl, ghost people. Goat, potency, greatest of all time. Oh man. We have ginger, power. I'm hearing ginger power. I have destroyer, light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. Seeker, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are, inability to commit to a path once found. Okay. And we have give with gratitude and grace. Okay. So I think what people love about you, first of all, is I think you're grateful. I think you're grateful for everything you have. Okay. I feel like you're someone that doesn't take things for granted. You don't take people for granted. I think you've had a lot of people disappear in your life. You may have had a lot of death, a lot of loss, or you've had like a lot of betrayal, but you've lost people due to death or betrayal or something. So you appreciate the people in your life who have stayed around. Okay. I do feel like people think you're trustworthy, like whether you are or not, I'm not really picking up on that, whether you are or not. I feel like most of you are very trustworthy. But people feel you're trustworthy and they love that about you. Like when you've been asked to be trusted, you have been trustworthy. So, and there's something about your energy potency. You may be a Capricorn or a Taurus. We have ginger. I want to say ginger power. You may have red hair. Okay. You may be a ginger, quote unquote. But I also feel like you're very powerful with this destroyer energy. You may be a Scorpio. And you may be a fire sign. So Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, feeling Aries energy too with the goat card here. But I feel like people love the fact that you're also a seeker. Like you seek more knowledge to know more. Even in like if you're a professional at something, you always feel like you can improve on that. And you're grateful for your accomplishments. And if you're not very accomplished, you are determined to be so. Like there's a level of determination here that's pretty intense. And I feel like some of you, like guys, are very connected to the spiritual world. I feel like some of you guys have had paranormal experiences. You may be interested in the paranormal. You may be a Scorpio. You may be a Libra or a Gemini or Aquarius as well. So we touched on pretty much all the all the astrology, but that's what I get. I think you understand the power of gratitude as well. There may be something unusual about the way you look or your energy. We have gossip with clothes. We have olive, peace, and we have binding here. Tea tree. Okay. I do feel like people like to talk about you. You have that energy. I feel like there may be something striking about the way you look, the way you carry yourself. And I feel like pretty much with this destroyer power card, I feel like, and the goat, I feel like honestly, you don't really give a fuck. Like you don't care about people judging you, so you dress and you do what you want. And if people don't like it, oh well. That's very powerful. It also lends people to talking about you because that means like you do what you do in love, you do what you do, whatever. And I think you have this outer exterior that can appear very harsh and very tough, but inside you are this marshmallow. Shh, I won't tell. I'm getting this shush from spirit. I won't tell anybody. But inside, you're like this creamy little marshmallow, okay? And people love to talk about you. I'm picking up on the fact that when it comes to like dating and stuff like that, people like to talk about like who you're dating. That won't be for everyone, but if you know, you know. Sagittarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Leo. We have peace here. I do think that we have destroyer and peace here, which is interesting because I feel this hard exterior, but really I feel like you protect your peace at all costs. I think you've learned or you're learning that not everyone needs nor deserves your attention. You go. You go. You hear what I'm saying? You go. You're on it. That's right. Not everyone deserves your attention nor your time. And I feel like with the binding card, I feel like there are just some bitches that you just don't fuck with. And I feel like the people who cross you with this destroyer power and binding, they have no idea. Like, you have this pretty, like, intense, intimidating outward appearance. That's what I'm getting from most of you. That's what's resonating with this reading for me. And inside you're soft and squishy, but the outer exterior is to protect the inner, because you know how sensitive you are. So you protect that. But when someone comes at you, people are scared. People get scared. You scare people. You intimidate people. And I don't think you necessarily do it on purpose. But I feel like what people love about you is that when you are down for a friend, they know that you will defend them and have their back. Like 110%. Like nobody else. Like there's nobody else. Like you will fight for them. You will defend them. You are loyal and true. That's what I'm hearing. Trust. You are loyal and true. Okay, I am not reading any reversals. We have the High Priestess. You see through bullshit. You don't put up with any noise from anyone. That is intimidating. You don't have time for people's drama. This gossip here, you don't even fucking care. You're just like, let him talk. I don't give a shit. We have Strength, Leo energy. You're very strong. Taurus, Capricorn, that goat there, very strong. You also may have you may be like an occultist, or have like a darker like look, or there may be something unusual outside the box about you as well. And there's just this like Uranus energy, magician energy with you. That's just very different, and it's very powerful. And I think people love knowing someone like you. Like they know they can come to you for certain things. They can rely on you for certain things. We have the Five of Wands. You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing like, yes, I am that bitch. I am that bitch. Look at me. Look at this card. It's just like, yes, I have peace, I have quiet, and I will defend it. Look at all these people reaching up. They all want their attention. Exactly. But you're not going to give it. You're not going to give them attention. The Knight of Swords. No, you're not. I feel like you cut off people who waste your time. Like you cut off people who are dramatic, who don't have good intentions. I feel like you have a good sense of who has good intentions and who doesn't. I think you have a really good feel for people. I think like, say you have like a group of friends and someone new comes into the group. They can ask you, like, what do you think of this person? And you tell them, and they're like, uh-huh, exactly. So you validate how people feel about other people. Like, you can see it, you can read it. You read people very well. I also get this element of being fearless with the King of Wands here. Yes, very charismatic. Although you can be very intimidating by the way you look or this practice or whatever this is. I feel like you're also very charismatic. You can be very funny. You're very trustworthy. But the flip side of this King of Wands is this destroyer energy. Like, can be explosive. Like, don't fuck with me, right? And people love that about you. There's bravery here. There's courage. Like, this is someone who's not afraid to stand up for what they believe in. And a lot of times in our day and age, it's very rare, right? And so people really value that in you. Like, you believe what you say and you say what you mean, and you're willing to back that shit up. And, you know, we just don't see that much around here anymore. and it's a really good energy to have. Keep it. Don't lose that energy. Okay. And I know it's hard in this day and age with all the bullshit in the world, but continue to seek. I feel like the seeker energy really is about someone who has a thirst for knowledge, which I'm picking up on with this goat here, which makes me think that you may have some occult leanings or just really love to learn, just like to learn about ancient cultures or just love school, love learning stuff. Don't ever lose that love of learning because it really does help keep your vitality, keep your mind fresh. It keeps your point of view fresh. Some of you guys are very artistic and you haven't really even begun to tap into that in a serious way. And you really should. You continue to seek that, okay? Because there's so much to be expressed by group 2. You have a very complex nature. People love the complexity. They love that you're not simple, that there is depth to you, that you are not just, a cookie cutter person that looks and acts like everybody else. You have different opinions on things. You may look different. You may have different insight on things. And I think people love to hear what you have to say, especially in certain areas. You may have certain areas of knowledge that people really love to hear you talk. There's also something about your voice here. Also, I feel like you have a very balanced heart chakra and a really good level of self-awareness because I think you're aware of your own sensitive nature. And because of that, you appear very intimidating to other people. Okay, I'm going to get a couple more cards for you. Tell me more about my group 2. What do people love about group 2? I think they love your courage. And what I'm seeing is like a gray sky with a bright cloud. Like you see the bright side of things, even when times are tough. Like you try to cheer people up. And I picked up on that with group 1, but I feel like you just try to always see the brighter side of things or know that that dark time will pass, right? You just have to get through it because you've been through some stuff. And I almost feel like some of you guys decided to stay sensitive. You decided to stay the marshmallow inside. And in order to stay that way, you had to kind of like move into this outer shell where you appear to be tougher and you keep people at bay and you don't necessarily make it easy for people to get to know you, okay? But you're grateful for the people that you have in your life. Okay, we have talk to the hamster because I'm done listening. I think you maintain a peaceful, drama-free life at all costs, and people love that. They know that when they get into your energy, however it is, that there's not going to be any drama. If someone comes to stay with you for the weekend, they know there's not going to be any like dramatic episodes. That it's all going to be like fun, relaxing, kind of chilling out, and they love that about you. They love that they can come and chill with you and feel safe because they trust you. We have I'm in an offline state of mind, unplug. And I think you guys probably regularly unplug from the internet. I think you guys know that the internet is probably not the best place all the time, I think sometimes your friends are a little frustrated because they can't reach out to you online all the time or you're slow to respond, but they understand. Like they understand that, this is how you are when it comes to the online situation. And like I said, you're complex. You're complex. So you're a complex person, and that makes it very cool. Decide your vibe. It attracts your tribe. So you attract people to you, and that's what the King of Wands does. The King of Wands attracts their tribe. They're very magnetic. And I feel like it's almost like sometimes your friends hang out with you to be entertained because there's something about you that's very entertaining. They love your jokes. They love your sense of humor. And your insights, like the stories you tell, the insights you give are just So interesting. They feel entertained. Like you're someone that people like to talk to and hear talk. So that's a great thing. That's a great way to be, because you can form really good relationships by sharing stories with people. And people want to get beyond that exterior. I think for some people, your exterior pulls them to you, and then they find out, oh wow, behind this exterior is like this whole like wonderland of different stuff. And it's so complex and awesome. I want to know more. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling for group 2. Yeah, guys, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected this chocolate covered Carmel Heart, this is your reading all about what do people love about you. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I'll be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. Okay, we have the Goddess of Never Not Broken. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. You have to cover this up here. I think you have been through a lot. I feel this incredible weight on my shoulders. I think you have been through so much. We have Snow Angel. The signs are with you already. I'm like feeling like a long winter, like a winter of my life. Cinnamon, reignite. I think that you have like an incredible amount of determination. Mother, let's see. Nurturing, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life, smothering, abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. Yeah, I feel like you've been abandoned, like you have had abandonment in your life. Femme fatale highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. Yeah, I think you're very attractive. People find you to be very sensual or sexy. Hermit. Seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life. Serves personal creativity. Withdraw from society out of fear or negative judgments of others. Refusing to help those in need. But I also feel like you're a loner to a degree. Like you're a lone wolf. Because you've been so hurt, you've been abandoned so much in your life. This could be, you were abandoned as a child, or you've been abandoned in relationships, but it feels like serial abandonment. It feels like someone who has like complex PTSD. If you need professional help, please seek it. I'm just a woman with a gift, and I'm sharing it with you. I also have some phone numbers in my description box if you're needing someone to talk to, okay? I feel a very lonely soul here, a very beautiful and very lonely soul, a very handsome, a very attractive soul, one that has had to reignite their own vitality and fire. I feel like you haven't had a lot of people believe in you. I feel a lot of sorrow for you. I feel like you've been through so much. We have artists here. Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. I feel like you are very talented. You have some kind of special talent. Other people see this potential in you, even if you don't show it. There's something about this energy, this artistic talent, or this ability that you carry that can be felt, like in your energy. It's almost like, it's not subconscious. It's like subconscious energy. I don't know how to explain it. It's just this energy signature that you carry, this energy of potential. We have Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. I think you are a very deep soul. You're probably a Scorpio soul, meaning you're probably Scorpio in your sun, moon, or rising. Yeah, I'm feeling heavy Scorpio, maybe Venus, maybe Mars. We have Newt, urgency. There's also a lot of fire here. So you could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. But I almost feel like I'm seeing a furnace or a fire pit that's been constantly snuffed out, like over and over. Like every time you try to do something, every time you get yourself together, it's like life comes in or someone comes in and just snuffs your light out. Um, and you somehow have gathered yourself in the winters of your life and figured out how to set your own fire. You are so fucking inspirational. I don't think you realize how inspirational you are. You are so inspirational. I'm inspired by you. Like, you're impressive. I don't think you think you're impressive. I think you think, anybody would do this. No, they wouldn't. You think anybody would do what you've done. That's not true. A lot of people would have given up. A lot of people would have walked away. And I understand why you're alone or you feel alone, okay? People love that you're a survivor. People love how brave you are. They love how courageous you are. They also love how humble you are. You know, you are unaware of your talent. You seem to be unaware of how attractive you are. You have this very powerful, mothering, nurturing energy about you. Like you seriously care about people. Probably because you've never experienced anyone seriously really caring about you. You may have had people seriously caring about you, but you couldn't receive it for whatever reason. You're very deep. And I think that's why you don't have a lot of people around you, or you keep them at arm's length, because you're very deep and you only want to let people into your like reality who you can go deep with. People love how deep you are, that you're a deep well, you're a deep soul, and you see beyond superficial things. You see to the core of people. It's like you can see through someone. It's because you've been around so much bad shit. You know, when you've been around people who are abusive and toxic, after you've been done that way so much, you can see it in other people. It's like a smell. It's like a color in their aura. You just can see it. It makes you really good at reading people. It makes you really good at knowing how to maneuver in things, and it can make you a hermit. It can make you just want to stay away from people too. Okay, we're going to get some more energy. We have the swan spirit here. I feel like you are very attractive. Also, not just physically, but like your soul, your spirit is very attractive. And I feel like this part of you, it radiates attraction, like from inside out. So it's like a whole other level of attraction. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, lots of pentacles. Earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Very healing. I feel this energy of like charity here with the Nine of Pentacles. See how this angel is eating this pentacle? I feel like you, and the Six of Pentacles here, I just feel like you are very charitable. You're very giving. When you are not in hermit mode, okay? When you are around people where you can be giving, when you are in the mindset where you can be giving, I think you're very giving. I think you're very generous with your time and with your abilities. I do feel like you need to have more confidence in those abilities. You need to give yourself a chance. I think you need to let some people in, because I feel like people really want to know you. You're worth knowing. You are just impressive. You're very impressive. You're intimidating, kind of like group 2, but in a different way. You're not intimidating because of this tough exterior, because it's not a jacket you put on, okay? It's who you are. You are the warrior. You're like the warrior empath. Like, you are tough. because you've had to be. It's not armor you put on. You are the armor because you've been through so much shit. You are tough. Like, you know how to respond in certain situations. We have the 7 of Pentacles here. Lots of pentacles. And we have the 2 of Swords. I think that when it comes to like people, places, and things, I think you really, you're very fair. I think you consider all options. I don't think you immediately find someone guilty because someone said. I feel like you don't follow like trends. Like if someone says, oh, this person did this, they're guilty. You, instead of you just believing that, you kind of like look into it because you're like, you know, if the herd says something, doesn't mean it's true. Like if a group of people say it's one way, doesn't necessarily mean it's true, right? We can't believe everything we hear. You're that kind of person. Like, I don't believe it just because someone said it. Like, I'm going to find out. You're not afraid to dive deeper. But I do feel this seductive energy with you. I feel like people feel very seduced by your nature and your physical appearance. We have the 3 of Wands. Yes. I feel like you have the attention of people and like they want to move towards you. They want to approach you, but many of them don't know how. Okay? Because you're very intimidating. And I don't think you've been abandoned so much. You've had some terrible things happen to you. So you're very careful around people because I feel like you've seen the worst in people and you've seen the best in people. So I feel like, you know, people want to get to know you. They want to come towards you, but because they're so intimidated, they're often confused about how to approach you. And I feel like you knowing that can make it easier. You know, you can help people become more, feel better about, you know, trying to approach you. We have the 9 of Swords. Yeah, people worry. I also feel like you have a lot of worry and anxiety about things, but you don't show it. It's like people don't know how worried and how much anxiety you have. You know, you may have an anxiety disorder or a social, what do they call that? Like a social anxiety where because you've been abandoned and had so much stuff happen to you, it's kind of manifested into like a social anxiety disorder or something like that. And you try to work through it, but you're also like, it's very hard for people to approach you because of that. And I feel like the people who are able to get through this, though, they are really grateful to know you. And I don't think you're aware of how grateful people are to know you. I feel like there's parts of you that are still healing from all this like abuse, neglect, and abandonment. And there's an issue here with your self-worth that you're still working on. That's why you're like a wounded artist, like a repressed artist, an artist who can't exactly express themselves, you know. And I think there are some people that get hung up on your physical attraction. And because you are so deep, like such a deep person, that it's almost like those people get caught in that web. And those people you immediately just kind of like cast off. Like, oh, well, I don't want to hang around those people because they're shallow. You assume they're shallow. But I want you to open up the idea that just because people are attracted to the way you look doesn't mean they're necessarily shallow, okay? That is an excuse, all right, to not get to know people. You are judging them without even giving them, I'm not talking about people who are obviously shallow. I'm talking about people who you just lump in with that so that you don't have to get uncomfortable. Remember, being uncomfortable is the area where we grow many times, okay? And opening up to new people is very hard, especially for a hermit energy, okay? But you have very unique energy, and you have been through so much. You owe it to yourself to allow yourself to have a more balanced life. You're very likable. You're very lovable. You're very trustworthy. You're very brave. You don't give up. You are the kind of person where, your family isn't your blood. So when you make friends, it is family, right? People can count on you. You're that kind of person. You are a deep soul. You are the kind of soul that people want to know, they want in their life. But you can never find your tribe if you keep lumping everyone together in just under this label of shallow or whatever. Okay, not everyone is shallow. Not everyone you run across is shallow. There are people who want to get to know you who are just not sure of how to approach you, especially if they know any part of your story, like all the shit you've been through, right? Some people just pick up on it energetically, like kind of like an empath, okay? But they feel this artistic, this special energy. We're calling it artistic energy, but it's just a very special energy signature. Like you have the ability to create things, like artistically in businesses, in relationships. You have the ability to heal people because you've healed yourself. You have reignite here. You have Phoenix energy. All right. Someone who has been through the heavy shit that you've been through and has gotten back up over and over, that doesn't happen. Usually about the third time, you're like, fuck it. I can't. The third, fourth time is usually the tell whether someone's going to be able to like get it together or not. And there's no judgment here. Many of us, third or fourth time, we give up, Doesn't mean you can't come back and fight another day. But what I'm saying is that you don't give up. I think you want to sometimes, and there's no harm or no judgment in that, but you don't. I think there's sometimes that you have been like, I wish I could give up. I wish I knew how to give up. Life would be so much easier if I could just give the fuck up. People love that you're a fighter. You are a ferocious, vicious, badass fighter. And people love that about you. You are the underdog story. And people love that. People want to know you. And I feel like you're not giving yourself enough credit and you're not opening up yourself to trusting some new people. Okay, you're very smart. You have a very good feel for people and you need to trust yourself more. Okay, because people want to know you. I know you have a lot of worry about it. But with the Three of Wands here, I just feel like there are people who want to come towards you. All right. But they also don't want you to buck. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want you to run off. They don't want to scare you. I can't make up my mind. I can't make this one. No, this one. Okay. There's that Libra. I'm a Libra sun. So every now and then that happens. Okay. Let's get some more energy for my group 3. You guys have just been through so much. Your burden has been so heavy. And I feel like one of the things people love about you is you've made this shit look so easy. Like, you've got all the sweet caramel wrapped up in this chocolate shell. Like, you've just made everything look so sweet and easy, right? Also, that caramel is about that femme fatale energy. You are sexy as fuck. All right. And I mean, that has to be said. I don't think you realize. And it's you, you may not realize it, you may realize it and be like, I don't want to deal with that shit. Whenever you feel lonely, you just close your eyes and say, divine source is with me. You are never alone. And I think people feel the presence of divine source with you. I think you're very strong with spirit. I want to say like the Star Wars, the force is strong with this one. We have angel number 555. This challenging phase in your life is about to pass. You are about to go into a new, like a new doorway, a new portal where there's more people coming. And they love this fighter, this unbreakable soul. Like nothing has broke you. You know, you are someone who has been through so much. You are so inspiring. Do you know how inspiring you are? You need to give yourself a round of applause. You're very inspiring. Prosperity is yours. The universe is going to reward you, okay? Fourth chakra, heart chakra, I love, green. You need to practice some I love affirmations, okay? You need to love on yourself a little bit more. All right, my group 3, because you deserve it. And I know it's hard when you've been abandoned and, you know, left so much. You start to feel like, wow, you know, maybe no one does care about me. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am worthless. No. They tell you that and they treat you that way because they feel worthless. And if this was in your family, it's because there is generational shit going on with that worthlessness. Okay, and it's just passing from one generation to another. And you are breaking that by what you're doing. And that's probably why you're so alone. But that time of loneliness is coming to an end because there's so much about you to love. And the people coming into your life are going to really love and embrace you. It's very important that you embrace your gifts and abilities. This is what's going to help bring in people to you. It's also going to help you feel more confident, okay? You're a very deep soul. Very deep. And very attractive. You're hot. You're hot, okay? It's okay for you to think you're hot. Okay, it's okay for you to think that you are attractive. You can think you're hot too, okay? It's all right. It's not all about you. Good grief. Don't take things personally, okay? What I'm getting with this is that sometimes people think you're attractive and they don't want to hook up with you, okay? They're just admiring you. And I know it's hard when you've had trauma and you've had boundary issues or violations of will in this area. But if you can just say to yourself, you know, people can find me attractive or be interested in me without needing to get something from me. Not everyone is trying to get something from me. It will help you open the door up. And those people who have ulterior motives, honey, they will show themselves pretty quickly. Ask your ancestors, ask your angels, whatever you work with, to show you the people who do not have good intentions, okay? But I feel like you've been through so much shit that you're a good read on people. Like online, you know when to answer someone and when not to. You know when someone's up to no good and when someone's on the up and up with you. I think you have learned to trust your instinct pretty well because you've had to like reignite your own energy over and over. Cinnamon is also, the cinnamon card here is also about abundance, and we have prosperity. I think you're aligning with a situation that's more stable. We have pentacle energy here, like more stable, more resources, more opportunity to earn more money and more resources. We have show up and throw it down. Don't phone it in. That's you. You don't phone anything in. You go all in or you go home. You don't half-ass anything. You're very passionate. People love that about you. That's part of what's kept you going throughout your life, is your passion. You're a very passionate person. And although you've wanted to give up so many times, you don't have the heart for it. You're not built that way. And we have activate purr mantra, the power of meow. Oh my. Okay. All right. We're just going to say it. Some of you guys have that pussy power. You heard it here. Okay. And if you don't have that, you have the power of your sexuality. You have the power of your sensual presence. And the femme fatale, don't put that in the back of your head. You need to own your attraction. Okay. Own how attractive you are. You need to go look in the mirror. Listen, I understand if you were younger or whatever and people were mean and nasty to you and made you feel like you don't matter and that you weren't attractive. Maybe people said ugly things to you. Okay, Now it's time for you to look in the mirror and see yourself for who you really are, and not the projections that other people put upon you. Because other people think you're very attractive. They love how you look. Like there's something very sexy that you do or you behave. There's some kind of mannerism or something that really gets people's attention. And I think some of you guys, when you walk into a room, people can't help but notice you, and you hate that shit. You hate it. You don't want to be noticed. Instead of hating it, embrace it. Okay? Because I feel like for some of you guys, it's going to help you bring in prosperity. It's going to help bring in opportunity. If you can embrace this magnetism, yes, I said it, you have magnetism, okay? And it's part of what people love about you. You are wonderful, and you are not the sum of what happened to you. That is not who you are. Those are the experiences you had. And yes, they did unfold in your life and caused you to have to behave in certain ways for survival. But that is not ultimately who you are. You get to decide who you are today. Okay? So give yourself some love. Give yourself some kudos. Give yourself a round of applause. Group 3. Because you are one badass bitch for sure. And I'm very impressed. And I think the people around you who know your story or know you are very impressed. And some of them want to hit on you but are scared. They're scared of you, honey. All right, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.